Have you ever been, just walking around maybe after doing a bit more than usual and suddenly felt like your legs are just heavy?
Oh, definitely.
Or maybe you're just standing in a line somewhere and think, wow, why is this so tiring? We've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah, it's a common feeling.
Well, today we're diving into something interesting, a connection you might not expect.
Hmm.
It's how your sense of balance is actually really linked to your endurance, your heart and lungs, basically.
Okay, balance and endurance. That's intriguing.
And the really cool part, our source material points to this super simple, 30-second daily thing you can do.
30 seconds.
Yeah, just 30 seconds a day to potentially boost both. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack this tiny habit.
Right, figure out why it works.
Yeah.
Based on the info from the Finch Q team, you said.
Exactly. From iwantfinch.com. Let's see why they think this little bit of time can be so, effective.
Okay, sounds good. What's fascinating right off the bat is this idea they present that balance isn't just about having strong legs.
Which is what most people think, probably.
Right. But the info really stresses that it's an active process. It involves your muscles, sure, but also your heart, your lungs, and your brain all coordinating.
Constantly working together.
Constantly. Think about it. Every single step you take, your body's making these incredibly fast, tiny adjustments to keep you upright. You don't even notice them.
So it's definitely more complex than just leg power, then.
Precisely. And those tiny muscle corrections, they need energy. That's where the heart and lungs are crucial.
Ah, the fuel delivery system.
Exactly. Getting oxygen and fuel to the muscles and clearing out the waste. So if your endurance isn't great,
Your muscles tire out faster.
they tire faster, yes. And here's the knock-on effect highlighted in the source. The brain gets involved.
How so?
Well, its ability to process those balance signals can actually slow down when you're fatigued.
Really? So tired body, slower brain signals for balance.
Kinda, yeah. And even your posture can start to suffer, become less stable.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that's when, as the source notes, you're more prone to those little stumbles, trips, or even falls.
Yeah, that totally resonates. I definitely feel, less steady when I'm properly worn out. So flipping that around, how does having good endurance specifically help us stay balanced?
Well, think of good aerobic endurance as the foundation. The sources really emphasize this.
A solid base.
Exactly. When your heart and lungs are fit, your muscles can react more quickly to keep you stable.
Those fast adjustments we talked about?
Yes. Plus, your brain stays sharper, processing information efficiently. Your movements become smoother, more coordinated.
Makes sense.
They give some nice everyday examples too, like walking the dog without feeling totally wiped out afterwards.
Or just getting through the grocery store.
Yeah, navigating the aisles without feeling like you're struggling. Or even, enjoying a bit of dancing without feeling like you might tip over.
Right. Having that underlying fitness just supports everything else your body does automatically. Now, the material mentions something called the 2-minute step test. What's that about?
Ah, the 2-minute step test. Yeah, that's a pretty standard assessment used by health pros and fitness folks.
To measure fitness.
Mainly heart and lung fitness, yeah.
Yeah.
You march in place for 2 minutes straight, lifting your knees to a specific height, and count the steps.
2 whole minutes sounds like quite a bit.
It is.
Yeah.
And while its main job is checking your cardio endurance, it definitely gives your balance a bit of workout too.
Just by having to stay upright and keep the rhythm.
Exactly. Maintaining posture and coordination for that long is a mild challenge in itself.
Okay. But then the source pivots to something much shorter, which I admit grabbed my attention. The 30-second step challenge.
Yes. The half-minute wonder, as you called it.
Tell us about this one. It sounds much more manageable.
It really is remarkably simple. The idea is every day you just march in place for 30 seconds.
Okay. Any specifics?
Yeah. Lift your knees roughly halfway between your hip and your knee, not super high, just consistently.
Got it.
And the key part is counting. You count how many times your right knee comes up to that height in the 30 seconds.
Just the right knee.
Just the right knee. And then the goal each day is simple. Try to beat yesterday's number.
Even by 1.
Even by just 1 or 2 steps. The source stresses consistency. And hey, even if you just match yesterday's count, that's still good.
And no equipment needed, right? No gym.
Not at all. Just you, a little space, and 30 seconds.
Okay, I have to ask. That sounds almost too simple. How can 30 seconds of marching actually move the needle on endurance and balance? What's the magic?
Well, it taps into that powerful idea of cumulative effect, small, consistent actions adding up.
Right.
The source breaks down why it works. First, The sheer doability of it. Let's be real, finding 30 seconds. Anyone can do that, right?
Much easier than finding an hour for the gym,
Yeah, for
definitely.
sure. Second, they talk about real endurance gains. They use this snowball effect analogy.
Okay, explain that.
These small daily increases in your step count, even just one or two more, they accumulate. Over time, this leads to noticeable improvements. Better breathing, muscles feeling stronger, quicker recovery after effort.
I like that snowball idea. Little bits rolling into something bigger. And the balance part, how does this short burst help there?
That's really interesting too. Even that brief marching engages and strengthens your fast-twitch muscle fibers.
The quick reaction ones.
Exactly. The ones you need for rapid adjustments, like if you stumble or start to wobble, catching yourself.
Okay.
And it also strengthens the communication pathways
Wow.
between your brain and your muscles, the ones keeping you steady.
So you're tuning up the system, basically.
You're tuning up your body's natural balance system while building a bit of stamina.
It's efficient.
And the ultimate payoff, I guess, is fewer falls.
That's the big one, yes. By improving both your endurance and what they call dynamic balance.
Dynamic balance,
Yeah.
staying stable while moving.
Precisely. Not just standing still, but staying steady while walking, turning, reacting. This makes you much more resilient to those unexpected slips or missteps.
Things that can lead to falls, especially as we get older.
So let's say someone listening decides to try this. They stick with it for maybe a month. What could they realistically expect to feel or notice?
Good question. According to the source, within about 30 days, you could genuinely start to feel some positive changes.
Like what?
Things like walking feels a bit easier, maybe less effortful,
Okay.
feeling more stable when you're just standing around.
Less of that cue fatigue we mentioned.
Possibly, yeah. And just an overall sense of moving more confidently, even when you are a bit tired.
So tackling that feeling of heavy legs or slight unsteadiness when fatigued.
It seems like this simple exercise could directly address that, yeah. Improving the underlying stamina and stability.
It really drives home that idea, doesn't it? Small steps, big change, like saving pennies.
Exactly like that.
You don't need some extreme fitness overhaul to see real benefits in your day-to-day life.
Precisely. The source really emphasizes that. It's not about pushing to the absolute limit. It's about weaving intentional movement into your routine.
Even tiny bursts.
Even tiny bursts. And over time, yeah, you'll likely start to physically feel it. Legs feel stronger, maybe your stride feels smoother. That sense of balance just feels sharper.
Okay, I'm sold. It sounds incredibly accessible. So for anyone listening right now thinking, okay, I'll give this a go, what are the absolute first steps, like right now?
Super simple. Start today or tomorrow morning. Find 30 seconds.
Set a timer.
Yep, set a timer. Stand tall, good posture. March in place, lifting those knees, remember, halfway between hip and knee.
Got it.
And crucially, count the right knee lifts. Only the right.
Count the right knee, then what?
Jot that number down somewhere
Yeah.
on your phone, sticky note, whatever.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow,
Yeah.
your goal is just to try and beat that number, even by one. That's it.
Simple, consistent, aim for tiny improvements.
That's the whole philosophy.
And if people want more tips or maybe other challenges like this, you mentioned the website.
Yes, the source points to www.iwantfinch.com. They apparently have more resources there, tools, activities, all focused on strength, stability, and general well-being.
Great. So wrapping this up, the big takeaway seems to be that you really can make significant improvements
In really important areas like balance and endurance.
without needing huge amounts of time or, Herculean effort. It's those small, consistent habits.
They often yield the most surprising results, don't they?
They really do. It kind of leaves you with a thought, doesn't it? If just 30 seconds a day, consistently applied, can chip away at improving strength, boosting balance, maybe even contributing to feeling more independent, what other tiny, seemingly insignificant habits could we build into our lives that might have a really profound long-term impact?
That's a great question. What other 30-second changes could make a difference down the line? Definitely.